Okay, so I'm back inside because I wanted to do this outside because it was nice and stuff like that, and the energy. But my phone overheated, so I'm back inside. It interrupted my message, but you guys can go back to part one and listen to all that we had gathered so far. But pretty much we're just tapping into what your true calling is. Based off of a spread that I found on Instagram, inspired by Rebecca Campbell's Light is the New Black. I don't know who the originator is. I think the person that posted its name is Fables Den on Instagram, um, that created the spread actually. So the first thing that I looked into was what is the true calling. Again, I don't believe that anyone can tell you full-heartedly what your true calling is. They can give you some type of insight and say, hey, you're a prophet, or hey, you're a messenger, but to what extent and how the uses and all of that is really that's a conversation that you have to have within yourself and within your creator to really find that, I feel. So because I'm channeling collectively, those that are meant to receive this message, you know the intention is for you to get some clarity about your path and direct you in the right direction, right? So I hope that I can do that for you. All right. So how are you responding to your true soul's calling? Because you're here to build something. You're here to build something that is going to it's going to be something that is a it's like a landmark or a I'm trying to find the right words to use, you know, something to do with, an energy or something that you're going to create that's going to stand the test of time. It's something that's timeless. It's something that's limitless, something that will always be here, for generations to come. Whatever it is that you're building, you are a builder, okay? You're here to create. So how are you responding to your soul's calling right now? How are you responding to it? Okay. I feel like you're starting to fall in love with what you truly, truly are led to. Um, you guys are focusing on your spiritual growth right now. This group, I feel like, those who are watching, you're very, very much so focused on your spiritual growth, which is a good step to take. Um, you may be focusing on the relationships around you. Are these connections that are helping you grow, or are they taking away from your growth? Are these connections that are bringing you closer to yourself, closer to your purpose, your truth, to your creator, to God, the universe? Or are they taking away from that? It's also where you're at with your true calling is forgiveness. You're taking a positive approach to forgive, to assess, to clear yourself, to cleanse your energies of. So this is healing. Yeah, this is healing. This is your healing right now. So I would say, like, you're on the right track. You are responding beautifully to, um, yeah. I feel like this is you focusing on your healing process. So what could be stopping you from answering your true calling? What is it that could be stopping you? What or who, what is it that could be stopping you from answering your call? No one can truly stop you but you. I'm getting something with distractions though. For some of you specifically, the King of Wands flew out of the deck. So this is telling you to be very focused, okay? You are a leader. You don't have time to surround yourself with people that are not trying to motivate or better themselves, or want to stay stagnant in where they are, or hold you back. Spirits wanting you to really focus and stay motivated. You have an energy about you that... And be very mindful of who you take... Be very mindful of who you take advice from. You know, tap into your own inner wisdom and guidance. You know, that divine guidance, that divine compass. Be very mindful of who you listen to. But I'm just getting that you are a visionary, you are a leader. So if you're being distracted or pulled away from your calling, it's you. It's not necessarily anything or anyone outside of you, because you have the power to withdraw back your energy from anything that could be a potential distraction to you. Anything that's keeping you from reviewing your past, anything that's keeping you from moving in a different direction or a new direction in your life, from your healing, from that balance, from that wholeness within yourself. This is Spirit is wanting you to spend some time in solitude, or, you know, continue to spend time in solitude if you have been, in meditation, going within yourself, discovering the truth of who you are at this time, beyond your wounded energy. Because you have a very, very powerful energy when it comes to creation. So wherever you pay your energy to, you're creating from that. So it's just saying to be mindful of where you're putting your energy. Make sure that you're using your time reviewing where you are, reviewing your past, you know, looking at everything clearly, making a decision to move forward. Yeah, this is time for you to, like, really go within, because I feel like the things that you are currently mastering or have mastered in your past is things that you are meant to help others with, whether that be through teaching or as an example. How can you overcome any blockages that are keeping you from answering your call? What can you do? Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your feelings. You can tell when something is a block by the way that it feels. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't, the thoughts are not good. The thoughts are not clear. The feelings are not clear. They're not sound. They're not balanced. They don't feel good, okay? Just put it that way. So this is navigating through your emotions, emotional intelligence, paying attention to yourself, because you guys very well could be, some of you could be intuitives already, oracles. You have strong psychic abilities. To strengthen those psychic abilities, you have to listen to yourself. You guys are very sensitive to energies. I'm getting empathic energies, clairsentience. So just make sure that you're paying attention to what your body is saying. What is it conveying to you? If it's something that makes you feel uncomfortable or doesn't feel right, it's telling you that that is a block. So let's say, for instance, you're like, oh, I want to start my clothing company or clothing line. And then this thought comes in and it's like, you don't got no money, you can't do that. And then you start feeling like, ugh, like, oh, that feels bad, or oh, I don't know if I should even do it then. And you start questioning and you start spiraling. That's a block. That's some type of self-doubt. That's what it stems from. It's a self-doubt. It's self-rejection energy. It's, you know, it's something that needs to be removed. And then you go into like, okay, well, what in me believes that, or where did this belief stem from that I can't do this, or like that's stopping me? Like, what is it within me and where did it come from? And go to the root of it. Now, like, this process is kind of challenging sometimes, whether it highlights something very painful that's not comfortable to review, or you start getting frustrated to figure out where did it come from, and you start feeling like it's a chore to do this process or to heal. So you just have to really be patient with yourself. But the key is not to give up and not want to do it, because I know how that feels. You get frustrated with yourself, you get mad at yourself, you start spiraling even more, or you start feeling like, okay, I'm just not going to do this, and you push it further away and try to distract yourself, and it's going to keep knocking at your door in different forms and different ways until you address it. It will manifest itself in some other way, or in something else, or another idea, thought you have, or something someone says, you know. So you can't run from this, especially if this is about your calling. If you're being called to something, if you're being drawn to do something, if it's something you have a a complete, absolute love for, passion for, desire for, and it's pulling you into that, you can't allow something to block you, someone or anything to block you, not even yourself. Um, how can you honor your soul's calling right now? What can you do to honor it? What can you do to honor your soul's true calling? What can you do to honor your soul's calling? What can you do to honor it? What can you do to honor it? Okay. I feel like you have to honor it by being really authentically excited about what you do, being confident about what you do, tapping more into your creativity more and honoring it, even if it feels silly, even if it feels like it's premature, or you feel like you're not skilled in something, or you're like not ready, whatever. Dive into it and tap more into your originality. So a part of this purification process is purifying yourself from the falseness, the falsehoods, the false beliefs, the false identities that we've adopted over time, things that people said that we were, or we should be like this, or society said we should be like this. Anything that's on you, that whether it's a belief, a feeling, emotion, an identity that's not of you, the more and more you serve who you are, the more and more you purify and cleanse off what you are not, the clearer you'll be able to serve your purpose, because it's authentically yours. This is about you. So it doesn't matter if there's already 10,000 people that are doing something similar to what you're doing, or you're getting the same field as these people, or there's already tarot readers, or there's already designers, or there's already musicians that are, created this or created that, or saxophone players that are already doing this type of music, that you can't do it. It's going to be unique and authentically yours because it's your signature. Nobody else is like you. You could tell when people are trying to duplicate and be like somebody else, and it's different to be inspired by someone and use that for your inspiration and adding them into the mix. But you can tell when people are trying to market themselves or to be like the last person, or what this person is doing, or let me fit in. You could tell. It's like what Kanye West says, when you try hard, you die hard. Like, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get too far with that. Some people can get away with imitating. Some people can steal from other people. It happens all the time, especially when you are the, I don't want to say the oddball, but you're the one that's not as popular. So let's use as an example, because it happens all the time. Tarot readers, let's say, I'm not trying to be messy, but this is like the best example that I could explain. But some people steal other people's content and ideas and market it as their own, especially if they have a bigger, larger following than certain channels or what have you. So it's easier to go under the radar and be like, yeah, I'm like, push this as like, this is mine because I have more subscribers and more views. That happens sometimes. Artists have been accused of stealing not so big artists' lyrics and ideas and songs right under people's noses, because they're much more bigger. They're superstars in comparison to the people that may just do cover music on YouTube or something like that. It happens all the time. That's not your true calling. Your calling is to be authentically yourself. You're not meant to mold and shape yourself to be someone else. Like, spirit needs what you have. And even if you have been a victim of, someone taking an idea from you, or someone doing exactly the same thing that you're doing, but they are seemingly profiting off of that, or what have you. You have to look at the bigger picture, you know. I remember I was telling one of my sisters about a situation where somebody stole an idea of mine. It's happened quite a bit, but it is what it is. It's like you feel like, oh, well, like, why would Spirit give me an idea just to give somebody else this quote unquote glory? And she said, well, are you doing it for the attention or the glory of other people, or are you doing it because you genuinely love it and that's what's on your heart? So it's like, it's all about your integrity. It's all about your principles. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get credit, or if it's something to do with profiting as far as money and stuff goes, there's nothing wrong with wanting to get your just due in that instance. But again, it's like, check your intentions. What are your truest intentions? Because what's for you is authentically for you, and no one else can really duplicate that, you know, even if it be that they seemingly are successful from it. So you have to be your authentic self. That's how you honor your true soul's calling. Serve your creativity, you know, your passions. So what's your loving message from your spiritual guides and angels, ancestors, God, the universe? What is the message that they wish to share with you right now? What's their message for you? What's their message? What's the message? They want you to act on your ideas. Whatever your ideas and your inspirations are brilliant. They're amazing. They want you to also know that everything that you went through is to prepare you. Like, this beginning, this new start, this fresh new energy is not easy. No. However, they're saying that you're capable. You can do this. You have to see the truth of who you are. You have to look at this current situation that you're in, or your current present moment or chapter in your life right now, from the truth in the eyes of a higher perspective, not from a lower perspective, woe is me. You have to see the underlying purpose of this. There's always a higher truth in things, even if it be that you are in a quote unquote shitty situation right now, or you lost your job, or you don't have a job, or you know, you're depressed, or you're by yourself. There's always a purpose for that. So let's say, for instance, you lost your job. Losing that job could be putting you in a position for something much more better, or something that you actually truly enjoy, like your true desire. Being alone by yourself right now is a good thing, because it's pushing you further into yourself, even through the ugliness, but it's for the purpose of healing and freeing yourself from all that does not serve you within you. It's bringing you closer to your creator. It's bringing you closer to really identifying the truth. Like, what is it? Why am I really here? What did you send me here for? We're eliminating all of the distractions right now. Things may have not turned out the way that you wanted them to, or expected them to, or hoped for. But you got to see the underlying purpose in all of this, because there's always a silver lining. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always two sides to each coin. Whether you're dwelling on the negative side, if you flip that coin, there's also a positive. So instead of dwelling on what is, and it's okay to pout, it's okay to cry, it's okay to be upset, it's okay to be confused, but don't sit in that energy. Don't dwell in it too long. Try to identify, why is it that I'm feeling the way that I feel. Understand it, so that you understand yourself. Like, what is it that makes me upset? What is it that makes me sad? What is it that makes me happy? And why? What do I really enjoy? It's like you're learning about yourself, the core truth of who you are. Mastery. Nobody can tell you who you are at that point, when you get to a place where you know. That's what your spirit guides want you to know at this time. Justice is going to be served. Do what you know is right for you at this time. Honor yourself. Honor your truth. Stay in integrity. Do the right thing. Because sometimes it's like, why am I getting by doing the right thing? So-and-so is over here, you know, doing this and this and that. And Their life seems great, but there's a price for everything. There's a price. Everything is not what it seems. You have to remember that one person's journey is not the same journey as yours. So be patient with yourself. Understand what God is doing with you. Understand the universe, whatever the purpose or plan is of why you came here. You have to understand the process. Much love, as always. Peace.